Good morning. Well, it's 6 o'clock Monday morning. Yes, really, 6 o'clock. And already it's a clear blue sky out there. So that should be enough motivation to get you up and at it today and out there maybe doing some exercise outdoors. But if not, I've got a bit more motivation for you coming up, a few hints and tips. So perhaps like everybody else at the moment, you're a bit excited about the Olympics. It's everywhere, can't avoid it, but perhaps you're even inspired to do something yourself. And but even the watching of the Olympics, that's actually going to do you a lot of good. And I'm going to explain why. It's something that we refer to as a visual cue. So sometimes in our environment there are visual cues, and advertisers use visual cues to prompt us maybe to eat and to spend and consume more, definitely. But you can use visual cues positively, and these are things that remind us of our goals, remind us of what we want to achieve, and it sends a suggestion into the brain. So sometimes it's quite subconscious, but basically whatever it is that we're seeing in our environment is triggering something in our brain that will make us perhaps act differently. So if you are wanting to get some positive outcomes, then the answer is to surround yourself with some positive visual cues, and that could be positive people, positive events, positive images, positive messages, all that remind you of what you're wanting to do, and all that plays kind of positive reinforcements in here. So it's all good stuff. So it could be, if it's positive people, then maybe surround yourself with people that you admire, or people that are positive people who are supportive of you and what you're doing. People that I refer to them as radiators, who maybe radiate energy and rather than drain your energy. So surround yourself with positive people. So the cues could be the people around you, and they're definitely going to have an effect on how you are, on how you behave, and therefore what you're getting out of life and how close you are to achieving your goals. So the visual cues could be events such as the Olympics, talked about that. It also could be inspiring films that have positive messages in there that maybe inspire you to go and do the same. Could be some even television. I sometimes not a big fan of watching too much television, but if you're going to watch television, then make it the good stuff, make it stuff that is going to inspire you, makes you want to go out there and do it for yourself. I've got a phrase which is garbage in, garbage out, or rubbish in, rubbish out. So if you're feeding your brain with the rubbish stuff, you're going to just pour out rubbish. And if you're feeding yourself with the good stuff, that's going to mean that you're going to be acting in a positive way yourself. So it's going to make you do the good things that things that are good for you. So the positive cues could also be images. So you can use these in your environment. So you can have people do it with photographs, don't they? They carry around photographs of their children, things that make them happy. In your environment, you can have photographs of maybe the holiday that you wanted to get in shape for, maybe a moment that you were really proud of, getting to the top of Dunkery Beacon perhaps if you've been on FitFarms. It could be a photograph, something like that just reminds you, that makes you feel good. It doesn't need to be a photograph. It could be pulling out of the wardrobe the dress that you want to get into, or the pair of jeans, so that you see them every day, and that's kind of your motivation. So all this stuff helps. It just triggers something in us in here that just reminds us, that's what you're doing. So it could be a message as well. Your visual cue could be a positive message, could be a quote, and you can put that up somewhere, say on a little post-it note on your mirror, or a little card, but somewhere you'll see it. So it could be your mantra. It could be just an inspiring quote or a message to yourself, just to remind yourself. So basically, if you want positive outcomes, you need to put yourself in a positive place. And actually the easiest way to do that is, which you can do from wherever you are, is to choose your positive thoughts. So it's to say to yourself over and over again, is to, like we talked about before, the angel and the demon, reminding yourself of who you want to listen to, reminding yourself of what's going to do you good. And I'll leave you with a quote by somebody who I think has definitely inspired a lot of people, and for me that her story is just so motivational. That was Helen Keller, and her quote was, what she said was, keep your face to the sunshine and you can't see a shadow. And it's easier today because the sun shines out, but always just keep your focus on the sunshine. Choose your positive thoughts. Choose to surround yourself with positive people, positive events, positive images, positive messages, and you can't fail to get more positive outcomes. So have a very lovely sunny week and see you soon.